We're going early. Fuck it. Oh, nothing's on. We're going early. There's a little
learning every
drunken, tired screenshot there. There's a Death Stranding 2 panel happening at South by right now. And there's a new trailer that's like being played live at the moment. But I'm gonna watch the beginning of the panel because there's some stuff.
Please welcome to
It's Hideo!
Kristen Satani.
How we doing, South by? All right, hello, South by Southwest. Thank you guys so much for joining us for
It's Kojima time.
on the beach, presented by PlayStation.
On the beach.
For those here in Austin and those watching on the live stream, thank you again for being here. This is the final session today for Sunday here at South by. I'm your host, Kristen Zatani from PlayStation, and I have just been like buzzing all day to get here to just dive into it. We have a packed panel for you guys today, so enough about me. Let's get into the meat.
Buzzing.
I'm so excited to introduce.
Is Death Stranding 2 gonna have bees?
Creator, Mr. Hideo Kojima.
Show us the bees, Hideo! He's gonna unzip his jacket and there's gonna be some bullshit on his shirt, isn't there? Is it gonna be like a launch date?
Austin.
Oh.
配信の、ご覧の方も
Also,
こんにち
people
は。
watching the streaming, hello.
Abs. Yes. He's wearing no shirt. He's just zip. Check this out.
The first time I
Kojima's gotten jacked.
に溢れて
it's so warm
もっ
and
と早く来るべきだ
I
った
should
と
have come earlier.
思います。そうですね。今日は楽しみにしてくだ
So
さ
I
い。
hope that everyone enjoys today.
Absolutely. Well,
Thank you, Comrade
we
Haggis.
are thrilled to have you here, Kojima-san. Everybody is so excited to find out more about Death Stranding 2, but I heard you have brought
This is
us
from early this morning. It's from like 10 minutes ago.
for the crowd here at South by Southwest.
Yeah. This just happened. I'm watching the VOD.
Brought a new trailer with
Yeah, I'm like,
まあ
what is
世
it?
界観と
Yeah,
時代
about 10 minutes late.
物語とキャラクターとか
The
音
game,
楽もそうですけども
music,
あとまあ
characters,
前作とのつながり
and also the
あ
connection
と
between
続
DS1
編としての進化みたいなも
and
の
also
を
how it
盛り
evolved.
込んで
DS2
また自分で編集しましたので
And I edited
お楽しみ
myself.
くださ
So
い。
I hope you really
Yeah, Steph is there. She was in the room all the way at the back. Hell yeah, we're getting right into it. Fuck yeah.
You, sir, are an unrepentant criminal, guilty of illegally entering our country on multiple occasions.
The only thing that I'm guilty of is doing your dirty work.
And by way of compensation, we have overlooked your crimes.
Bring it on, because I'm not doing this shit anymore.
What makes you think you have a choice?
Awesome.
what kind of
Dudes standing up, yelling at each other.
Like bring dead, pregnant women.
no one would possibly allow that.
That's why I have to smuggle them in. They make me bring them over from Mexico.
The babies. He's a baby smuggler. Baby
Thing
dealer.
between us.
Top the road.
It was a mistake.
No. No, it was not a mistake. It was not a mistake.
Only in a Kojima game can you be like, oh, it's the fucking intestine baby again. But now it's crying oil. Oh, freaking, what's his name again? Dave? Shit. I can't remember the name of BB. You learn his name by the end of the game. Bill? Lou. That's right, thank you. Plate gate? Tar currents? Sure. Mm-hmm. It was different imagery at the beach. Like there was a whole ring of those like weirdly Evangelion looking figures. Aw. Pretty good baby tech.
That we are yet to pave. The dreams that still
Damn, man. Those landscapes look incredible. Oh. Yeah.
for you one day.
Dude, the way the water hits the land there, it's actually like kind of like rolling over rocks and stuff.
You will never leave a trace where you walk.
They really blew out the environments in this game, huh?
You're told. So walk away and find
Ooh.
so far away.
The dust storm?
To the
An avalanche? Holy shit. Yeah. Really cool to see different environments. Oh, it's that guy. Edie Wong? Benedict Wong. One of those two.
I couldn't protect you. I tried to jump us out of there.
Edie Wong is SVU in Jurassic World. Okay, yeah.
And I couldn't possibly think of Blue like that.
Pretty good wound
There was
tech,
no
too.
way for the two of us to escape together. The best I could hope for was to jump Lou out. Just Lou.
the walls that we are meant to break. The part of us that's
There's pretty clearly some kind of like religious commune. All the people dressed in red. Sick.
chains. It's a void.
Maybe that's like Higgs's disciples. They're
Would you let
trying to accelerate extinction, I guess. Who knows?
you can brave fate and prove
I want to play through Death Stranding 1 again and read all the interviews. Like, yeah, what the fuck is that? So they keep hitting this imagery of the 5 people. Wow. Sliding? Alright. Sith Lords? Yeah, who knows? They're kind of... The way that they're presented, they almost seem like deities in status. Maybe there's like a group of people that figured out how to... What the fuck? Carman. Rainy? The president. What the fuck is... Alright. Charlie, Red Samurai. Doctor. She's not Doc Man? Fuck yeah, Deborah Wilson, though. Saint of Swole, thanks for the sub. Crying in the rain. That's art, baby. God, this tech looks so good. It wasn't your fault. Ah! Instead of a bridge baby, it's a bridge man. Ooh. Troy looking like a fucking Greek god.
I've been alone this whole time.
You're wrong. Death can tear us apart. We'll always be connected.
Didn't think they had a thing
Always
going.
be with you, no
All right.
matter what. You will never, ever be alone.
Pretty good smooch tech.
This time,
I'll make a lasting connection with the lady in red. The perfect ending humanity deserves.
For the sake of the future, we must all come together. As a barrier to the bad, and a gateway to the good. All hands, brace for launch.
We're going to space, huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, Death Stranding goes to the moon! Oh, he's Voltroning up. That's looking positively eldritch. Like, that was looking pretty Cthulhu-esque. I guess we're getting into, like, deep sea tentacle stuff. Is that supposed to be a young Mads Mikkelsen? Well, yeah. Snake.
A world divided, made whole. With a few sticks for encouragement. The UCA's precursor, the United States of America, had a prominent gun culture. A distinctly American philosophy, and one which would appear to have spread to this continent.
Ooh-ah.
The more we seek to unite the people with metaphorical ropes, the more essential sticks seem to become.
Time for VR training. Right.
DHB Magellan. Integrate.
Oh, all right. Didn't see that one coming. That's straight up just a Metal Gear head, though, isn't it? The cockpit kind of looks like.
Everyone, hold on tight.
Maybe it's got the same. Maybe it's got the same robot designer. Yeah, it looks like Rex. I mean, it's anything Kojima makes, people will be searching for comparisons to Metal Gear. I think he just likes the imagery, especially of a tactical man with a bandana, looking cool.
All right,
Rambo.
how was that?
Pretty fucking sick, though.
Finally have a release date for Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Before we
Snake.
talk about everything we have just seen, though, I see there was a costume change.
There it is. Jacket's off. Okay, no release date, but this is the key art, I guess, the cover art, yeah. Smooch.
And I kind of made my t-shirt just for myself.
Do you like it?
But did you like the trailer?
You like it? Yes.
Oh my god, we loved it. All right, well, let's take a seat and we'll dive into that right away. So go ahead. All right, well, we can mark our...
Oh, I know it said it on the trailer. I meant on his shirt. That's what I was... Oh, I thought he was going to shit on that cup.
On top of that, the collector's edition will also be made available that very same day. We saw a small peek of the character. I believe a statue is about to come out.
Oh, yes.
The highlight of this collector's edition.
The Tarmac?
Kojima-san, can you tell us a bit about what we're looking at?
This is you saw in the trailer. Nicholas Winding Refn was integrating, and we call it the Magellan Man.
That's pretty fucking cool looking. The Magellan Man. Okay.
You kind of made the basic model, and then even went to China to the factory for the production. So the quality is really high. This
is for the collector's edition, I take.
This is the product version.
That looks slick. How does that look, folks? Yeah. I know the collector's edition has a lot to unpack. There'll be a limited quality worldwide, but let's actually take a look at the full collector's edition, because this is just one part. There we go. All right, so we have the Magellan Man.
Can we get a framed photo of Hideo Kojima?
There will also be
a
doll man figure.
Get a little doll man figure.
I'm very excited. A collection of art cards, 7 in-game
a Quokka patch.
Message from Mr. Hideo Kojima himself.
Wait,
all wrapped in a
does this game have Quokkas in it? I guess so. Custom hologram.
For those that are,
I guess Kojima discovered Quokkas.
Edition or the collector's edition, you'll also get 48 hours.
He spends a lot of time on Instagram. Instagram's pretty good about delivering cute furry animals to you.
Do you have a
Oh, there is a fucking.
Dollman statue?
It's not framed, but there is a letter from Hideo.
キーチェーンなんで
I love the Dollman 3-inch.
I'm gonna need
この
a
辺にぶら下げてください
Please, everyone, hang them where you can.
かなり
The quality is very high.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that was an amazing trailer. You can check out the details for the full collector's edition at PlayStation.com.
What you
Again,
got,
mark
Kojima?
numbers
Wait, that's the one from the game,
45, and pre-orders begin.
right? The one that
March
the
15th.
tactical man had.
Definitely saw
It
a lot of
stopped.
familiar faces in that trailer. Kojima-san, shall we introduce our first guest?
Tac Man.
はい、
My name's Gun Tac Man.
といえばサムなんですけど
Well, you know Sam.
サムといえば
That's
ノーマン
right.
なんで
It's Norman Reedus.
ノーマンを
Damn, hi. It's Gun Tac Man. You've just picked up a gun.
Everyone wants to see Norman?
Yeah.
You can equip it by pressing R1 and fire it by holding R1, R2, tapping square, and alternating between triangle and X. Assault Rifleman, yeah. War Fightman.
Yeah. Norman, pleasure to meet you. Feel free to grab your mic, sit down, get comfortable. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. I know you are a busy man.
Yeah, I'm shooting a season of Ride right now, so I've been on a motorcycle for like.
I liked the.
So I'm a little.
There was certainly the implication behind the setup of the first game was that human beings have to figure out how to be connected and not fight each other.
Let's dive into it.
And it's interesting that they're getting more explicit with that. The line from the trailer that was like, the more connected we get, the more ropes we add to our society, seemingly the more sticks we need.
What is your impression of Norman as an actor?
Uh-oh.
I need to know.
ノーマンはまあ
Well,
俳優として素
Norman
晴ら
is
しいで
a
すけど
great actor.
僕は子供の時に憧れてたのはスティーブン・ア
I was really into Steve McQueen when I was a child.
佇まいというか
Unsurprising.
So Norman,
そのものがアイコンなんで
how he looks is similar. It's an icon just by him
ノー
standing.
マンしかいない
So I thought, like, if I were to bring Steve McQueen
CGI
to,
もします
you know, and a good CG-looking guy, Norman was my only choice.
You were the hit. You were the option. Love it.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'll take it.
I wouldn't have thought Steve McQueen,
Well, I know.
but that makes a lot of
The
sense.
world of Death Stranding is so much about
He's
connecting.
done chasing his Kurt Russell,
And
Mel
we
Gibson
ended up kind of
protagonist.
experiencing that for ourselves a little bit.
Yeah,
after.
Latino Snake goes fucking hard.
Was
That's a
there
cool
anything that
character.
took into mind while creating Death Stranding 2? Kojima-san, would you like to start?
いやいやもう全然考
No,
えてないですよ
not at all.
孤立分断の、まあ、世の中になりそうだったんで
It
すけど
seems like the world was going to be separated, and I didn't want that to happen when I was
発売して3ヶ
creating.
月でなったんでちょっ
And
と
after I released
い
Death
たたまれない
Stranding,
というか
3 months later, the pandemic happened, and I feel really bad.
Norman, how about you? Was it an interesting time this time around?
Is this live?
Yeah.
This is live minus 10 minutes.
You know, I first met Hideo through Guillermo del Toro, and yeah, and he called me and he said, "There's this guy who's gonna call you. Just say yes." And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Norman, don't be an asshole. Just say yes." And I'm glad I did. But they're very similar in the way that they work, because they're super creative. With the ways that like children are creative, you know, like everything's interesting, everything's more, and it's very inspiring to watch. You know, they're very similar work ethics, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know it was inspiring
sense.
watching you in this trailer and the full cast. I know we got to see some exciting new moments with Sam. Kojima-san, do we have a favorite moment from Norman's performance? Maybe we can pull up a photo of one of those memories.
はいはいまあ
Yes.
今回コロナがあって
This time, because of the pandemic,
2020まあ3年ぐらい前からやってるんですけどスキャンも含め
we've been shooting since
結構
like
最初の
3
頃は
years.
大変だった
At the beginning, it was really tough because of the
で今
pandemic.
回、ノーマンその
Norman
結構感情をこう表す
Is more Sam
難しい
has
シーン
more
がいっぱいある
emotional scenes this time, and it was very
まあ
difficult.
泣くシーンも
And there was so many scenes that he had to cry, and I asked him to cry.
Oh no. Well, I know there was a second scene that caught my eye as well. Can we put up another photo?
はいはいこれ接触恐怖症のサムがキ
This
スを
is
する
when Sam has this phobia, but finally kisses, you know.
Yeah, he
Ragnar.
can't touch
まあ
people.
ファーストキスみたいな
But
感
this
じ
is like their
難しい
first kiss, right? So it was very difficult to kind of direct in that way.
He has an allergic reaction to
Norman,
touch,
how
right?
did that experience go for
Is
you?
it Dooms?
It was nice. You know, we had the first time I had to go face to face with anybody, I think was Mads, right? And I mean, not that same face-to-face, but a different version of that face. But you see the helmets that we're wearing, they usually have cameras on them. So Mads and I were like, doing, doing. So we took the cameras off for this. But I'm a very subtle.
I mean, Mads is going to show up in the sequel?
Like in other things. So it was, it's been a good learning experience for me doing these, how to do them better. So I'm getting better at it. Right? I learned a lot from Troy. Troy's been doing it for a long time.
He's a pro.
And then I saw this videotape of Benedict Cumberbatch playing the lion in one of the Lion Kings or something, and he's crawling around on the floor, and he's like, "Rah!" And I was like, wow, he's really good at this. So I'm learning. I'm trying to get better.
Amazing.
When he was Smaug.
Norman, as you've been playing Sam over
That was
the years,
Smaug, yeah.
Death Stranding 2, has your creative vision for Sam
As being a
evolved,
dragon.
or how are you playing him this time around?
Yeah, I mean, it's such a rich storyline already. I mean,
I can't imagine how challenging
the
that
second
is.
game has
Of
all
like,
the rich story that the first one has, plus more action. I'm really good with weapons already.
I feel like I have a decent ability to pretend, you know, if there's a camera, if there's lights.
But
I can shut all that out and like do a performance, but
that you put
when you're wearing like a full suit, when there's something like physically on you, bonking around or constricting your movement, and you have to pretend like it's not there.
You got there. We got there around one point.
All right, cool.
So in the trailer,
Motorcycle,
I saw,
9 straight days. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We're glad you're here. No worries.
Okay.
I saw we had a slogan in the trailer: "We should not have connected." Could we learn a little bit more about that?
Yeah, that's interesting.
The last Death Stranding is about, let's get connected. Right?
Trying to be optimistic, yeah.
Humans won't survive. And you saw the strand was a keyword in the previous one. So I was thinking of the sequel, Death Stranding 2. And then I actually experienced the pandemic, and I felt something. And I thought, wait, should we really be connected? I can't really say because that would be a spoiler.
It would be interesting if Death Stranding 2 goes full cynical. That like human beings just can't handle being connected to each other.
And check out what I mean.
At large.
So I know everyone felt something during the pandemic. And I think some people felt the same way I did while playing the game.
Yeah, it'll be really, really interesting.
Well, I know this time Sam won't be alone. I know you spent a lot of that first game trudging out on your own in the wilderness, but this time you have a new organization around you called Drawbridge. So who all is in this group? What can you tell us about it?
Oh, geez, Hideo, can you take this one?
You got to explain the story, pal.
It's a lot of names. I'm not really good with the name.
Yep. It's a game. So you have to go on your own where chiral network is not connected with Dolmen. And if you connect, you could summon the Magellan ship. When you go back to the Magellan, you have your members on the ship. And there's so many things happen on the ship too. So it's not like you're totally alone. You have backup coming from behind. That's the feeling I want to give to people.
Okay.
I love that.
So your crew of codec folks.
That we got to see in this trailer. Norman, you mentioned earlier you worked with Mads a lot in the first game, but now you have this whole crew. So what was that like having a lot more folks on set with you?
It's cool because they all have their special characteristics. They're all very, I mean, you can look at the pictures and tell that, but each one has a separate personality that helps that team get through what they need to get through. You know, I'm a fan of all of them as well, so there's all of that. Yeah, I mean, Fadi, I know, I knew some of these people beforehand, and some of them I met there, but they're all super interesting characters, you know.
Yeah.
This time, in the Magellan, you have the members. And it's quite a member. So when I had to shoot with everyone, it was really fun. Last time in DS1, it was a maximum of like 2-3 people at once, but this time 6-7. It was a group shooting. It was really good.
Yeah. whole crew with you. Well, Norman, we're really excited to see how Sam continues to evolve in the world of Death Stranding 2. Please stay with us, but we talked a little bit about your team. Let's talk about some of the villains of the game and bring out someone who has been here since the very beginning, right, Kojima-san?
はい。まあデスストといえば、
Well, Death
サム
Stranding.
の敵といえばヒッグス。
Sam's villain is Higgs, right? You all love Higgs.
All right, well, without further ado, let's bring out Troy Baker.
Yay! Yeah, the translator's pretty amazing. You can see him constantly muttering, translating the conversations. Oh gosh, Troy. Troy's adopting that Robert Downey Jr. look, huh?
All right, thanks for having us, Troy. Welcome to South by
Flowy
Southwest.
pants.
Thanks for having me.
Well, I heard there was a TLU panel yesterday. But today, you're here for Death Stranding 2, and of course, Higgs is an iconic villain in the world of Death Stranding. He faced a lot against Sam last time around. Kojima-san, can we expect more of the same iconic performance this time?
まあ前回ヒッグスの人気が出すぎたんで。
Who is he going to kiss?
So popular last time.
殺してはいけないというか。
I thought I can't kill
で
him.
帰ってくるん
Right?
ですけど。
He's coming back,
ヒ
apparently.
ッグスってその
But
普通のヴィランじゃないんですよ。
He's
す
not
ご
a
い愛されて
normal
る
villain. He's
ヴ
very
ィラン
loved.
というかキャラクターなん
He's
で、
a loved character.
今回さらにまあ
Yes.
So I thought
ステップ
I would
上がろうかなと。
raise 2, 3 steps
で
higher
まあその
for
中の
this
一つなんですけ
character.
ど、
And one of
まあ
it
コロナの時にまあ皆さん孤立して家
during
で
the
寂しかった。
pandemic, everyone,
思いますけど、
you know, remember
僕も
that
そ
you
う
were all
その
alone
時に
in your
たま
house.
たま
Me
ネ
too.
ットを見た
And I
ら
was watching
トロ
the
イさん
internet,
がギター
and
を
Troy
弾き語り
was actually singing with his
世界中の人たち
guitar, and he was kind of
まあ応援してた。
broadcasting that to the world. He was
すごく感
giving,
動
you
して
know,
あ、
everyone
そういえばト
some
ロイさん
energy.
歌え
And
る
I thought, yeah,
と
Troy
いう
could
ことで
sing. So
ヒッグスがギターで歌を
I thought that, okay, Higgs,
もともとの設
I'm
定
going to
で
give
はな
him
か
a
ったんですけど
guitar, and I'm going to make him
で
sing. And
結
this
構
was
歌っ
not
て
in the
もらいました
original.
Put him to
か
work.
なりの量
Wow.
But then I asked Troy to sing a lot, so he sang a lot for the recording.
Cool.
Amazing. Well,
He's got an album out. It's not bad. It's kind of like adult contemporary hybrid music.
But this time, we get to see your acting beyond your voice. We get to see your face. We get to see your full performance.
Actually quite good.
What is that like for you as an actor?
Well, first I'm going to steal something from my boy Gabriel Luna and say it's good to be back in my home state of Texas. Yes.
Ooh.
I used to come to South by Southwest when my band was trying to get that record deal, and some of you are old enough to remember what that was like. And it's very much what he's talking about. There's the path you think you're going to take, and there's the path that you should take. And music, I thought, was going to be the way that I was going to make my dent in the world. And what I realized is that I'm not a musician, I'm not an actor, I'm just a storyteller. And to be able to find people like Hideo to help you tell your story by you trying to help them tell theirs has been a true honor. And to find out that that's what inspired me doing stupid Instagram lives or whatever and playing music to try to connect with people, to inspire that for this character. I mean, that's, as an actor, you just want to have a job. And if you not only get a job, but you get to work with incredible, you know, talent and incredible creators, and then for them to take that love that first sparked inside of you to tell that story and to integrate it into a character in a story like this is beyond my expectations. So thank you very much, Hideo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's give him a hand, yeah. So, Troy, you know, this is your second Death Stranding. How has Higgs evolved as a villain? So we got to see him a lot in Death Stranding 2, or Death Stranding 1. What was your take this time with Death Stranding 2? What else have you brought to the evolving character?
Part of the problem with success is now you've got this huge bar to hit, and it's easy to walk in on that stage and go, is everyone going to like this, or are they now you're a hit, and you got to make sure that you not only hit that bar, but you
busy pattern for a camera.
And the good thing is that you've got
I do like Houndstooth though.
From the head down.
Hey, he's doing the blazer over the graphic tee. Although I think that's a shirt from the Death Stranding pop-up that they have.
And especially in the way that we shoot.
So they're all showing the merch.
Like Walking Dead or something, you've got this incredible set, and everyone's like in the makeup, and you're really in it. When we step foot on the stage and you're wearing spandex and a shiny disco balls all over your face, everything's working against you to try to suspend your disbelief. And so what you have to do is you have to trust. And especially when you're creating a world like Hideo is doing, everybody.
Oh man, he's got so many bracelets.
The world that is up in that head.
Wooden bead bracelet guy. Of course, that's Troy.
It's a mind-blowing world with mind-blowing characters, and all we have to do is just play it.
Yeah, a touch of Bohemia.
So worrying about the evolution, to me, that's an editorial thing. That's how we take it back home, and everybody that KJP and Hideo takes all of the bits that we put together and strings it into this beautiful story. Really, for the actors, all we have to do is just trust. And the proof's in the pudding. You guys saw it with the first one, and I can't wait to see what you think of the second one.
Absolutely. Well, it's great to have you back on the stage with Norman. What was it like being back in performance capture together? Any fun stories? Anything you can share?
I mean, it's a very serious story that we're telling, but we're just a bunch of goofs, and it's more about like, if you don't have a good connection off camera, you're not going to have.
Is this level of ass kissing mandatory, or are they overdoing it? I mean, this is pretty light for a promotional appearance.
It's before you go to set.
Of course, they're gonna only say positive things about
just catching up and
people they're working with and
what's been going on in your life for the last 3 or 6 months.
the process of what they're making.
Being surprised.
They're here to sell.
What Norman's going to do, or with any of the. I mean, Leia is so good in this time, you guys. It's truly amazing what she brought to it as well, and I wish she was here on stage with us. But it's about saving those moments for the camera. But if you're not hanging out and if you're not talking to each other in between setups, then it's really hard to kind of spark that. So for me, all of my favorite moments with Norman are really just kind of the in-between moments. And it's been finding a friend in him and hearing about the artist that he is. And this guy's got a work ethic that is second to none. He throws everything into the role, everything into the work, and it's truly fun to watch him work. So once you step foot on stage with him, you realize that he didn't come to play. So you got to be prepared. You got to be ready to do backflips because that's what he's going to do.
Amazing. Norman, do you have any special memories and days with Troy?
Yeah.
You know?
Hi. Yeah, a bunch.
Now talk good about me.
Of course I will. You know, he knows.
Where he's got his rest and his coffee.
Well, he's such a
perked.
Pro at, you know, you do all these things that, you know, what's the thing you say in the beginning? The squid. What's that thing?
Magellan Man?
No. When you get there, you do the exercises, and you say.
The purple dinosaur.
Purple dinosaur. Yeah. There's all these weird things that you do. Yeah. And so I was like, what does this mean? What is that?
Why am I saying the hungry purple dinosaur right now? I was like, don't worry about it. This isn't my dialogue, is it?
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to bond with somebody that could help me, because this was all kind of brand new to me when we started. You know.
All right. Well, I love a peek into the mind of Troy Baker, Purple Dinosaur.
You don't want to peek into this mind. Trust me.
So dark.
All right. Well, it sounds like Sam's going to have a lot
The
of
dark maelstrom of my mind.
Thank you so much, Troy, for joining us
The
today.
impenetrable swamp of my
you
thought.
singing in the game, because I know music is so essential to the world of Death Stranding. The soundtrack, everything that we even saw in the trailer today, it really just sets the tone for the whole world. So is there anyone else we maybe want to bring out on stage?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, before that.
Oh.
For DS2,
Mm.
Higgs is not like twice or thrice better. It's 100 times better than DS1.
100 times.
You're gonna go like watch Higgs and say, "What is this?" And you'll probably throw the controller. It's so ridiculous. So I'll apologize beforehand.
I don't like how he's saying that after we already saw his like kabuki mask guitar weapon.
Music, as you know. And this time I put so many that I love.
Yeah.
For music.
Good to catch up on Kojima's playlist.
Working with Ludo. Of course, I'm working with him again for DS2, but I got a new partner too on board.
All right. Well, let's bring him out. Meet our next guest. He's flown all the way from France. Please give a warm welcome to Woodkid.
Is that his real name or his Death Stranding name? Woodkidman? There's our guy.
Hugs for everyone. All right, Woodkid, thank you so much for joining us here at South by.
Hey, how's it going?
So that was your song in the trailer that we were backstage watching it, and I was like, this is beautiful. Can you tell us a bit about it?
What to say? It started like 2.5 years ago. Hideo called me, and after I had been involved in the director's cut of DS1, he was like, I want you to write a song, so come to Japan and spend some time. And I was like, okay, I'm going to come for a few days and just get inspired. But then I stayed for a couple of
This is clearly not a child.
More than this.
Nor are they made out of wood.
With the teams, and we got inspired by
who do they think they're fooling?
The game and the beautiful performances of these guys, and I started to write, and then I was feeding Hideo ideas, and I was like, I'm going to do a couple of songs, and then this song came out, and Hideo was like, we're going to make it something.
Amazing.
僕のコジプロの引っ越しした直後なんで、
it was right, before we moved floors, so we didn't have any equipment. I have a meeting room right next to my room, so I kind of set up like a Yoan's, Woodkid's room. So every morning I go to the office. He's already there, and when I go home, he's still there. He's like making music there. So after 2-3 hours, I go and visit him and say, hey, this is the character, this is the story. And then Woodkid the next day gives me all ideas and new songs. He's made such great songs this way. And I also did some exercise with Woodkid every morning.
Yeah, he had me work out every morning.
Well, it's a good way to get the creative juices flowing.
Yeah, sure.
So will To the Wilder be available soon? Because I need to add it to a playlist immediately.
Yeah.
Where can we find
out today? Yeah.
Out today. All right. So how did you two meet? Because I know this is not the first time that you guys have worked together, right?
In 2020 January, I was in Paris. And I had a friend who said to introduce a musician, and I met him. And it all went to pandemic right after that. So we kind of stay in touch. And I listened to his music, and I really liked his music. And for Death Stranding Director's Cut, he kind of gave me a song to work on, Goliath. And I made the final trailer for the Director's Cut using his song. But for DS2, I wanted to make it much more higher level, so I called, Yoan, Woodkid. And that's why we're like 2.5 years now we're working on DS2. And thank you so much, Yoan.
Yeah. Well,
thank you.
I'm excited to hear more of your music because it's not just in the trailer, it's in the whole game. I know some of it was recorded at Kojima Production Studios, as we just heard, but some of it was with the Suganami Junior Chorus.
Alpha Butt, thank you for the sub.
In Paris.
For the 20 months there. Good morning.
Yeah, I tried to bring in a little bit of my world because the Suganami I had worked before on my latest record, so I brought that in because Hideo was such a fan of some of these sounds. I was like, okay, we're going to bring them back. And of course, it's very orchestral, but it's also a various amount of pop songs, but they're also procedural. So the challenge was to create songs that would really be fitting the game, but also evolve as the game is playing. So I won't say too much, but it was a real challenge. But
I like that.
I'm proud of what we've done, and
I'm curious if it's going to be like a.
It might be enough to make an album, maybe.
Ooh, very.
ヨアンの曲は、To the Wilderってこれメインテーマ。
Yeah, little musical bits that string together in a procedural way.
There's also themes for each character, and he's singing, and these are all beautiful songs. And also, it goes on the cutscenes and also in the gameplay scenes. But also, if you do something, I'm not going to say it, you could listen to the music too. So you could kind of always have the music playing with you, playing the game.
Interesting.
Awesome. Well, Woodkid, thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to hear more of the music.
Yes, you can unlock a.
The soundtrack is so important to the world of Death Stranding. Kojima-san, I heard you have another announcement about music.
Another iPod?
Death Stranding のオーケストラの
Yes. We're going to have like a orchestra or world tour of Death Stranding concert tour, starting end of this year.
Let's roll the tape.
Man. It's interesting to see the expanded merchandising of games, even before they come out. Yeah. Shirts. I guarantee you he's gonna announce that watch that you can buy. Probably, who knows, $500, 700? Yeah. Traveling concert. I don't know. I've been to a couple of symphonic arrangement performances, and they're usually not. I'm usually not a big fan of the inversion, basically.
All right.
I saw a
full orchestra.
I saw a concert for 7 remake, but it was just like
November 8th is
very
the first date,
basic
but Austin, in case you weren't able to catch with your eyes how it
adaptations of what were like pretty electronic songs, and it lost a lot.
all the full details after the panel.
That might fit a little better though. Long, slow,
is the title of the tour.
Depressing songs.
We'll kick off from
I feel like that fits better on a symphony than like upbeat electronic music.
on the opera house, and we're gonna go around. And we might add more cities, and maybe we might ask people to guest appear in these concerts as well, and musicians.
Who's this?
Maybe.
Jeff sent me a video clip. Ah!
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I am ready for that. I love a concert series. All right, well, there has been we've seen a trailer, we've seen a collector's edition, chat, and world tour. Kojima-san, could you check your watch for me?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, this watch.
I'm gonna zoom in on that.
Maybe you saw in the trailer the guy with the
Yep.
bandana. Get it?
I did see that.
He was wearing this.
He sure was.
And we do a collaboration with this watch this time in the game.
Look at that. How cool. Awesome. All right, so that watch is going to be available on June 26th as well. Please check out Hamilton's official social channels after the show for more details. But for real now, we are starting to wind down on time. I wanted to make sure that everybody had a chance. If there's anything else we wanted to share, if we wanted to share some comments with.
I have yet to see a watch that like
we could maybe start
sweeps me
our
away.
way down, but.
I'm very, very proud of working for this master here. And yeah, I can't wait for you to see what
A simple guy, I guess.
I think it's quite special and it's quite substantial.
I would echo that, first of all, saying thank you to Hideo. This has been a long-time partnership and collaboration, and I'm honored that you've included me in this. And to everybody who's ever come up to me to express how much this game has meant to them, know that it gets passed on to everyone on the team. Thank you guys.
More expensive than the Kingdom Hearts backpack Square made?
Second game.
I didn't see those. How bad are
Yeah,
Whoop.
I'm going to.
How bad is that?
Thank you, Hideo, for putting me in this. It's been an eye-opening.
20th anniversary mini backpack?
A lot of hours.
Well, it's only $130 for this tiny little thing. Does it have a little keyblade pull? Hold on.
I guess.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's been a real joy watching you work. You know, a real genius. Yeah.
20 years.
Thank you guys. Thank you, South by Southwest.
20 years, and Sora finally has normally sized feet.
Bill Murray, I just met him. He was in a dress riding a pony, and it's just been fun ever since. But thank you for the opportunity.
That is the beauty of South by. You never know who you're going to run into.
In the WinRAR merch, I've seen pictures of it.
Kojima-san, before we wrap
it looks really good.
That you wanted to share with the folks here on stage and then the folks here in Austin or watching at home.
Colorful.
Well, it's about connection in the game. And I didn't have anything when I started my independent studio. I only had connection with people. So I connected with Norman, Troy, and Johan, Woodkid, and even the staff. So when I created something through connection, the game was about everyone to, when you play the game, kind of maybe think about it and maybe share. And I think this game is going to turn out really good. So I hope about it and maybe share. And I think this game is going to.
I am deathly curious.
So I hope you enjoy.
If his messaging has turned cynical.
Everyone here on stage.
Because no matter how grimdark and dour his games get, there's
the performance is great. So thank you so much.
Metal Gear Solid 4 is probably the most depressing game. But even that has like some audience satisfying notes of closure and conclusion and stuff. So if I am really curious if he, it's like the setup of the game is that connecting led to extinction. Humanity couldn't handle it.
On the beach. Make sure to check out PlayStation.
I've partially wondered if it's a Tower of Babel kind of thing. Like, they never really explained the extinction event, the Death Stranding.
And then in the meantime, thank you so much for the audience.
But it could be like when humanity is connected through the internet, it's the power and potential of it to understand the fabric of the universe gets some pushback against whatever deities are out there. I mean, I guess it was mostly like tech focused. Like people started experimenting using the chiral network and then they accidentally unlocked something. Cool. Well, Death Stranding 2. I'm excited to see where it goes. Wanted to see this. Nozetsu, thank you for the sub. I'm going to use the restroom, and then I'll be back and play Lies of P. Lies of P. See you all soon.